weird window placement, too.
Oh! Okay. Look at Arnold Schwarzenegger. I didn't expect to see cameo Arnold Schwarzenegger. I'm very excited about that.
If he broke into my house, I'd be all right.
Yeah, I'm not gonna argue with that.
Yeah, oh, I was just so excited. I was just so excited to see him.
I'm sorry, sir.
Hey guys, and welcome to GT Not Live, where today, I am so wet.
What?
I am so wet.
We just got here.
I am soaking wet. So for those of you who don't know, I have a lot of meetings all day long. I mean, Ash can attest to this.
I can attest to this, yes.
And so sometimes when you are on less essential meetings or meetings where you are having to talk less, it is nice to rise up out of my chair and take a stroll.
Yes, I'd agree with that.
Do the old walk and talk, as we say.
Yes, indeed. I myself like a good Ash dash.
I like that you specifically have the Ash dash.
Yeah.
That's nice.
It's branded, you know?
That's good. I want a branded one. Sam, can I have a branded one?
Yeah, you like to take your time and go on mat laps. I got the A sound.
I like it. It hurts him, and so I like it a good bit.
It hurts him, and so I like it a good bit.
I might need to take a mat lap after that one.
No, stop. The off-rhyme kills me. You are slowly killing. You found my weakness. If I was a boss in a video game, this would be like my big glowing button. No, hit the big glowing button. You're injuring him. Keep going. Okay, we'll workshop it.
Yeah, anyway.
Anyway, I do walk and talks, or Ash dashes, but not as Ash. But today it was very rainy outside, and so I went out and didn't expect it to torrentially downpour while I was out there.
Oh, yeah.
But definitely the rain picked up while I was in the middle of the mat lap.
Yeah, you were.
Woo!
Oh,
That's gonna stick.
I threw up a little bit in my throat, saying that.
That's a mat yak.
Yes! Yes! Finish him!
Well played.
Thank you.
Well played. I hate it, but I appreciate it.
Thank you.
So anyway, I got caught in the middle of a torrential downpour, and Ash can also attest to the fact that I came back looking like a soaked rat.
I wasn't going to say a rat, but, you know.
A rat pat.
Ooh,
A
rat
mat
pat.
rat. See, that one rhymes.
I like rat pat.
Yeah, so anyway, I have changed. I have changed because luckily we just have stockpiles of clothing.
Yeah.
That we have reserved from various merch launches and old stuff, new stuff, across the board. But that being said, we didn't have a lot of pants in stockpile, so my pants are soaked.
Okay. Well, hey, you mentioned new stuff, right?
I did.
What's that new stuff you're wearing?
Oh my gosh, I'm wearing a new jacket.
Oh my gosh, it's so funny you say that. Me too.
Oh my gosh, we are both wearing new jackets.
What?
Yeah, so for those of you who aren't aware, there is a new merch that has launched as of this weekend, actually. And it is a highlight of the game theorist and film theorist. Ooh, there are doggos!
Who let the dogs out?
Anyway, hi, yes, there is a new collection of merchandise that's available right now at lumenofficial.com, and it is a new slate of jackets, all inspired by the old red jacket back there. One for each of the channels. You have yellow.
For food.
You have the red one for film back there, and also just the iconic red jacket. You have a blue one that is for style theory. And also got a black one, which is the one that we have here. And we could have made a green jacket, which I thought about.
Yeah.
But I always wanted to do just a very neutral black jacket that could apply anywhere across the board, which is what we have here. So this is also one that when we ran polls around what colors people would want, they wanted a black jacket. So, but you'll notice that even if you have collected any of the colored jackets in the past, they're all this time with new liners, which is very cool. Each thematic or just a fun contrast color or whatever. There's new shirts as well, but you know, if you want a cool new theoristy jacket, this is it, right here.
Yeah. Oh my! And the black jacket. You know, you kind of look like a member of the Rat Pack. You know, Dean Martin, Frank Sinatra.
No one knows.
Rat Pack.
No one
It's kind of all coming together if you think about it.
I refuse to think about it. I'm going to refuse
Does
to
someone know what I'm talking about?
Certainly not.
Oh. Okay. Well, if you know what I'm talking about, leave me a comment and give me some solidarity, man.
So those are available right now. Gotta catch them all the colors of jackets. Yeah, as I kind of round out my time here on the channels, and with this one being kind of like last man standing, as October approaches, it felt appropriate to do kind of like one final launch of my signature item, which was the jacket, which is why they're available right now.
Yeah. No, it's really exciting. Some of these t-shirts, they all reference various episodes and memes and moments for each of the individual channels, right? So we have a sick clap and a half shirt. Whoop. Booyah. Food Theory has the blue raspberry shirt,
It's true.
actually. And if you're familiar with the motif of like 90s mom kitchen, where they pick a fruit and they just put that fruit everywhere, it reminds me very much of that, which is very fun.
All the fruit everywhere. No, the 90s mom kitchen, that is a very good reference point.
Yeah.
That is accurate to what that shirt is.
So instead of like grapes and apples, which I think were very popular fruits that the 90s mom selected,
Oh, man.
imagine blue raspberry. Very nice, very cool.
I do gotta say, you know, I'm a bit bummed, like that none of the new hosts are really jacket people.
I mean, I guess so. Tom is probably the closest.
Tom is closest, but he tends to wear more like not as structured of jackets. His tend to be a little bit more slopey or a little bit more bomber style.
Yeah, a little
like,
free flow.
Yeah, I like the structured.
Yeah, you have those like angled lines.
I need angles,
Yeah.
like a robot.
Like a robot angles? Yeah, just like moving in an angular way.
I'm very uptight.
Ah, I see.
Stiff and upright.
Yes.
Yeah.
Easy to draw too.
Yep, that's right. Stiff, upright, and easy to draw. That's me. Hey, so anyway, those are available via the link down in the description below. You should check them out. Available for a limited time. They are great jackets. I love them. They are my favorite design, and they fit nice. And also, at this point, I believe we have figured out all the extended sizing stuff, which is one of those things that
Yeah.
Chimera historically struggled with when we were working with them. It was important for us to get it right, and through a lot of trial and error, these jackets actually, I think, go up to 4XL, and Lee had his and was really happy with how it fits, and so we were finally able to like dial in the perfect sizing, which is great.
Yeah, it's a huge win, and also I believe this collection isn't pre-order, so you can
That's
order
also a
it,
good point.
and then it'll
Yes.
ship, and you'll get it. Woo!
Right? No waiting at this point. That's another thing.
Yes.
Anytime, and this is just fact of the matter behind the scenes stuff. Anytime you work with a new partner, there's always this like learning process or this kind of like figuring out how to do things right and how to kind of like iron out a lot of the wrinkles in the process. And I've been more removed from a lot of the merch stuff over the last year, but it's one of those things that I think at this point we figured out, like we as the entity have figured out how to best work with like Chimera as the preferred merch partner. And yeah, at this point it's like all the extended delays that things had and stuff like that has all been ironed out. So it's available and ships as soon as you order it, which is great.
Go check it out, y'all.
Across the board. So if you want a jacket in like 2.5 weeks or whatever it is in terms of shipping time, it's there. Got it.
That's awesome.
Ready to go, which is great. I
Such
love
a
it.
win.
Yeah, such a win. So anyway, collect your Legacy Edition jackets today. Also, everyone was in like a weird Full House video.
Yeah, for sure. So, 90s mom kitchen.
Yeah.
90s advertisement.
Yeah.
90s feel, rock and roll.
Dean Martin, let's go.
Dean Martin, let's
go, Dean Martin.
Prototypical 90s.
Speaking of things that are 90s inspired.
Like being like in your 90s, perhaps.
Yes, being in the age of a 90-year-old.
Yeah.
Correct. Speaking of something I haven't seen in 90 years, Backrooms is back?
Yeah, the Backrooms is Backrooms.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, how many bad puns can you fit into a witty banter?
The rear containers have returned with found footage number 3. I'm surprised by this, actually.
Right? Me too.
So, for those who don't know, Backrooms by Kane Pixels, a hugely popular series a while ago at this point, went on a pretty extended hiatus for a while. Shortly after he sold movie rights to A24.
Right.
Right, as I recall.
Yeah.
You're
Correct.
fact checking me on this. It's one of those things where basically Backrooms was crushing it on the internet. We did all sorts of videos about it. It was awesome. We gave him a Streamy Award for his work, all this stuff. And then all of a sudden A24 is like, we want some of that. Let's make that into a feature film. And then they purchased the rights to it, or like picked up the rights to it. And then things went quiet, right?
Yes.
Which I'm assuming is because they now own the rights to the Backrooms, or like cinematic versions or video versions of the Backrooms, and a lot of the iconography and naming of it. So I'm actually surprised to see this before a movie comes out.
Yeah, it's, it's a little interesting, right? Because as a lot of y'all know, the Backrooms started as its own like creepypasta after like some series of 4chan posts, right?
Yep.
So Kane in and of himself doesn't like own all of the Backrooms in terms of like what that concept is online. And so A24 wouldn't technically either. It's more of like Kane's interpretation of it,
Yeah,
right?
they would own his interpretation. It's actually really fascinating, right?
Yeah.
I think, so when you pick up the movie rights to a thing, you own the visual interpretation of that person's version of it, right?
Yes.
So, the reason I know this is because when we did Game Lab all those years ago as a YouTube original, we wanted to do Five Nights at Freddy's as one of the episodes that we themed in one of our episodes around. And when we approached Scott's like, yeah, 100%. I just need to double check with Warner Brothers, who owned the rights at the time, because make sure that there's no problems there.
Right.
And then Warner Brothers came back and said, heck no, that's a competing product. And so we couldn't actually use the name or iconography from Five Nights at Freddy's, which is why we ended up switching it up and going to Five Nights at Candy's.
Right.
Which allowed us to still riff on it, and they can't own someone else's IP, even though the IP are very similar, kind of thing. So it was one of those where they saw us, and us depicting like animatronics or bear heads or whatever would be competitive with their visual product, which is why they weren't allowed to do it. And that was one of the reasons why I was wondering if Backrooms went quiet for so long.
Right.
Is I would expect, if I'm A24, and a traditional, for me, like if I were picking up movie rights nowadays, I'm like, keep putting out videos to keep the hype train going, so that way when our movie comes out, people are there, Backrooms is on top of everyone's mind, whatever. But because A24 and traditional movie companies are operating with an older mindset, I would expect in that contract to be like, you cannot release anything with hazmat suits, or the yellow wallpaper, or anything with any of these characters mentioned or referenced, because those are things that we now own or have primary license to because we own the movie rights.
Yeah, and that would make sense, but I also wonder, to your point, if that's part of what's happening here, right? Because also, when you're a young director, you have your hands full with a lot of responsibility, right?
Yeah.
Being a director of a movie is no small feat. And so if we're putting all of this together for, for another YouTube video entry, this could be charging the audience and getting them excited again. In that way, that will help the movie and see how that fits into the timeline as we have seen it through YouTube.
Yeah, it could either be, hey, Backrooms went quiet for a while because Kane was limited in what he was able to use and show as a part of the channel anymore, which is why he pivoted to a new series.
Right.
Or, to your point, it could just be, he busy. He
He's a
working.
busy bee.
He working on movie. that takes. I mean, Mark's good doing the same thing, right? He was working on Iron Lung, and so his uploads drop on his YouTube channel because you have this other larger project that's happening in the background.
Like, I totally understand if you feel like kind of backroomed out, because it's Backrooms movie, then it's Backrooms YouTube. It's a lot of rooms in the back.
So many rooms in the rear. Lot of posterior containment vessels.
So true.
Absolutely. So this is long.
45 minutes and a single second, it appears.
Oh, thank goodness. That single second's going to make all the difference.
Yeah.
That's where all the lore is.
That's our part 3.
That part 3.
that 1 second.
We are going to analyze 1 second for all. I like that you're already assuming that we're at part 3 at that point.
Oh, for sure.
There's no chance of us getting this done in one.
Certainly not.
Maybe we will. Maybe we'll be super efficient.
Yeah, maybe we could cross our fingers, think positively, and we'll just get to work.
Cross those fingies.
Fingies crossed.
We got them.
Got it.
So, should we hop into this? Is there any other prefacing that we need to say here?
No preface from me.
No preface from Sam.
No preface from Ash.
No preface from Ash. No preface from me. So let us commence with Backrooms found footage number 3. Anything in the... Ooh, 3 hours ago / 4 hours ago. Well done, guys.
Yeah.
Well done. Well done. We're on top of it.
We are. I mean, we were waiting for this. Originally, this video was supposed to premiere about a week ago, but Kane put in a community post that there were some, I think he said it as like mundane but important legal things that needed to get ironed out, and it seems like they have. So here we go.
I'm impressed that they were able to iron out legal things within a week.
Right?
My experience with legal things takes much, much longer than a week to iron things out. So good.
Speed run.
Speed run those red lines. Let's find some footage, shall we?
Woohoo!
For a third time, footage shall be found.
Let's do it.
Already we can see. No. I just felt weird not pausing within the first second. So.
Right. I mean, it is technically 2 seconds. So.
See, already we're speeding through this thing. That is a spider.
True.
That's accurate.
So true.
92.7. You know that that's a thing.
92.7.
92.7 FM.
FM.
Jams Goldsboro.
Let's go, Goldsboro.
Ooh, Ocean County's best variety.
Ooh, the Treasure Coast's #1 for new country.
Oh, listen live, Charlotte.
Ooh, KEXP, Bay Area.
Oh, One Radio, 92.7 FM radio.
W224 DKFM, 92.7 MHZ, Durham, North Carolina.
Great. So we're not 100% sure where this is.
No, it could be in Orange County. It could be anywhere.
Literally anywhere. Oklahoma City bombing. Wait, did it say Oklahoma City bombing is what it seems like it's.
Yeah, that was, I want to say early 90s?
That was 96? Oh,
95.
I was close. 95. Okay, so that already tells us a date.
Okay.
So April 19th, 1995. But this is new updates in the Oklahoma City bombing, so that would be slightly after April. Huh.
Right, 95. It's a busy year for the Backrooms.
Right? A lot happening.
Whew.
This filming, by the way, especially that shot of the Ferris wheel, definitely like how all my family's videos looked like in the early 90s.
Your mom whipping out the camcorder.
Oh, 100%.
And it's in the car, so it's just super like jolty and bumpy.
Focus, a thing of the past.
No.
Focus, a thing of nothing. Like, no one knows that you have to focus things.
No, it's up to your interpretation.
Right? No image stabilization whatsoever. No thought that like, oh, I should probably hold the camera steady. It's like, oh no, this will totally read fine later.
Yeah, your dad is like looking at what he wants to be filming, but he's like filming the grass as he's walking towards
right?
it.
He's like, yeah, this is it. Oh, the lens.
Hey, Duke.
Duke shirt. Interesting. Okay.
Huh.
So maybe we are in
North Carolina. That'd be
Hello.
wild.
Back to the hotel that night and listening to the footage, I realized I recorded a Planto exec joking with a DPR manager about a sick kid referring to it as the bug-eyed one.
Okay, okay, so
wait.
he's talking about Monsanto. He said I was talking to a Monsanto guy. So Monsanto is one of the big corporate owners over like the fertilizer and seed world. Very popular in conspiracy theories.
Huh.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, Monsanto is, they're big into like a lot of the pesticides and stuff like that. It's an agrochemical and agricultural biotechnology corporation, right? So they own the copyrights, I believe, off of a lot of seeds, specifically, major producer of genetically engineered crops. They're one of the like largest companies in the U.S. And as a result, they are the subject of a lot of different conspiracy theories. What a DPR representative? I don't know what that is. DPR, members of the DPR selected. This is Indonesia. I have a feeling that this man is not talking to the Republic of Indonesian representatives. Could be wrong.
Seems like we have representatives from everyone in this found footage.
This exec.
Okay.
I realized I recorded a Planto exec joking with a DPR manager about
A
DPR manager. DPR. What would...
Data.
Right? What is the DPR team?
DPR record.
DPR construction project. What would this be? The Dream Perfect Regime.
Ooh.
That's clearly what it is.
Huh. DPR.
DPR manager.
I could see it being data protection something.
Yeah, but again, remember, this is 1995. Like, data protection was much less important and relevant.
Oh, what's this?
What?
What is DPR?
Detailed project report?
Yeah.
The detailed project report and manager?
That's a long title.
Right? It's a long title. So a Monsanto executive is joking with this guy. One of the other things I'm also just tossing out here is, so we start with Oklahoma City, so 1995, and we're flashing through all these different scenes of like Spider, Fair, this and that. I'm wondering if this is but you'll notice the quality of this is actually much higher than the quality of everything that came before.
Yes.
So one of the things I'm wondering is this, because you think about how old camcorder tapes worked, you would tape over them, right? Like you would reuse them a bunch of times because it was expensive and that's just what you did, right?
Right.
And so I'm wondering if this is a series of images or a series of videos that were taken across time and slowly overlapping one another. So even though we're starting 1995 Oklahoma City, it's, this could have been taken 5 years later or whatever.
Right, on the same disc with like a better model.
I love that you're even calling it a disc. Back in the days, they were small, they were cassette tapes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it wasn't disc.
In the camcorder?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, I had ones in like the early 2000s that had like tiny discs
Yeah,
that
that's
you put in.
that's cool. That's early 2000s.
Yeah.
If you're looking at like a 1995 camcorder, you're putting in like cassette tapes, not cassette tapes, but like VHS tapes back in the old days, or you had like mini tapes. Yeah, let's see if I can find a mini tape. Yeah, like these guys. This is what my family had. These like little tons of these guys.
Neat.
Yeah, which were small enough that they were easy to carry and easy to put in your camera bag and easy to fit into kind of like a smaller camcorder, but still a cassette-esque tape that it was actually a headache because you had to then upscale them through a VCR to fit onto a normal like VCR tape.
Huh. Okay, interesting.
Yeah. So, but as a result, you would rewind it and retape over it, rewind it and retape over it, rewind it and retape over it, which is what I'm wondering happened here.
Yeah, like a partial rewind and then re-record over this part of the cassette.
Yeah, over and over again.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Monsanto.
Reported a Monsanto exec joking with a DPR manager about a sick kid referring to it as the bug-eyed one.
That's mean.
Referring to it as the bug-eyed one. So referring to the kid?
It seems that way.
Is the kid it?
The sick kid, the bug-eyed one?
Maybe. Or is it another entity and he's just, it's a vague statement there.
It is.
And sure, I like making fun of diseased kids as much as the next guy, but right after that,
Brutal.
Dead baby jokes popping off. Yikes! I remember that. That was a popular form of joke around the old college campus when I was in college.
Diseased children?
No, not diseased children. Like the dead baby jokes back in the day.
Dead baby jokes.
I never found them. I'm not just saying this because I'm on camera. I never found them funny, but I had friends who thought they were the funniest thing.
Wow, that's interesting.
No, did you not go through the whole dead baby comedy trend?
No,
It was a
but-
big thing for a while.
Unfortunately,
Right, yeah,
I am
no, it's
familiar with
terrible.
it as well.
Yeah, right?
What was
okay,
this, like 2006, 2007?
This would have been, 2006.
Okay, great. I was in kindergarten.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so this was before your time.
I would have been the dead baby.
You were one of the lucky ones.
You made it through.
Yeah.
Well done. Yeah,
Go
no.
me.
Oh, you're so young. Oh, wow. Man, way to put my age into perspective. Yeah. 2005, 2006 would have been the era because I'm thinking about it. It was on I was an RA, and like a lot of the kids that I was like supervising back then would go around and make these like dead baby jokes, and
That's bizarre.
they weren't funny, but it was very like of the time.
Okay.
How do you know about it, Sam?
I was fairly young during that time as well, but for me, like it was just through middle and high school. That's when teenage boys started to get really edgy.
Yeah.
And it was they weren't really jokes. It was just the punchline was the phrase "dead babies." It's like knock knock, who's there? Dead baby. And it's like, it was like
it was stupid stuff.
Okay,
it was
like
so dumb.
it's not funny.
No.
That's bizarre.
Yeah.
Wow.
Uh-huh. Yeah. It was big.
Huh.
Uh-huh. Or at least I heard it a lot in a lot of circles. And back to found footage, shall we? 44 minutes to go.
Minute and 4 seconds.
One of them basically admitted to fault, which, mind you, they aren't doing publicly at all. They said something along the lines of, well, hey, if we accidentally push out the entire county, you might just get that ranch you always wanted.
The ranch?
Out the entire county, you might just get that ranch you always wanted.
Oh, I get that ranch I always wanted.
Aw.
Yay!
Yay! I've always wanted some goats.
Finally, I get to ride a pony.
Yay! After all those years of putting it on my Christmas list.
So I do, and again, this is one of those where I don't know the specifics, but I could see what they're really leaning into here, and what it really seems to be playing off of is this idea of like Monsanto. One of the things that I've read about, right, is because they own the patents over genetically modified seeds. When those seeds cross over and cross-pollinate or pollinate into other people's farms, historically speaking, and again, this is me speaking just vaguely off of stuff that I know, take everything I'm saying with a grain of salt and do your research. I remember reading this years and years ago.
Yeah.
Is the idea of when those seeds would cross over into rival farms or other farms that weren't using Monsanto seeds, they would try to claim that land as their own or claim those crops as their own or have to burn the crops because it's like, hey, you are illegally using our seeds when by the laws of pollination and nature, they're just blowing in the wind, right? So like, there's a reason why a lot of their policies historically were held up to scrutiny or questioned, or it's like, hey, what you're doing might not be fair for the farmers, and as a result felt like an excessive land grab to a lot of people, which might be kind of what this is referencing here.
Okay, I see. Where like they genetically modified the seeds, like they kind of made those genetics, but you can't control the spread of it.
Correct.
And so it would be questionable to say that because you made that gene and it spread without your control, that you would then claim that new plant.
Right, exactly.
Okay, interesting.
Right, it's complicated, but they were using that, or at least what people perceived is they were using that as a means of like controlling more either territory or eliminating competitors or making sure that their seeds are the only seeds available and on the market, limiting genetic variety and this and that, but to this idea of like, oh, and then, you might get that ranch that you always wanted by pushing out the farmers. This is all part of that, right?
Yeah, that's icky.
Yes, correct. There you go.
Corporate greed.
Fun times.
Woo.
Yeah, patenting genes for your food product. It's great. Weird stuff. Oh.
Fucking A, man.
Yeah! You tell him.
Woo!
See, he agrees with you.
Yeah! Classic nostalgia owl.
Is that a classic thing? Are owls classically nostalgic?
Yes, okay. There are so many videos online right now of like POV, you woke up and it's 2006. Not dead baby jokes, but like they make they make an environmental kind of like aesthetic for you, and they play like the nature sounds of like that owl at that specific cadence, making those hoot hoots. And then there's like, a picture of like the Barbie house that you used to own, and like this kind of candy, and like smensels, and like that sort of thing.
Smensels?
Yeah, dude.
Smelling pencils.
Pencils with scents. They came in tubes, and they had scent marker, like little stickers on the top that told you what flavor the smensel was. And then kids would take it off.
Were they actually called smensels, or was this slang?
No, they were called smensels.
What?
Yeah.
And this is different than the smelly markers.
Yes.
Okay, because I grew up with the
Very
smelly
different.
markers, those big, those thick boys. Well, it was actually, it's a very specific brand of marker.
Yeah,
it started?
I know
Yeah.
exactly what you're talking
Yeah.
about.
Yeah.
It had those like, it was almost vintage the way those like drawings were made, right?
Yes,
the little cartoon
100%.
characters.
Yeah, here, smelly markers.
Mr. Sketch.
Yeah, Mr. Sketch, there it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, these guys. The thick boys.
Oh, classic.
Oh, so good. Love those. So wait, you have Smensels, because I never had smelly pencils.
Smensels, dude. Oh, yes, in the tube.
$300 for this pack of Smensels right here.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like these are a different branding than I had. Where I don't think we had the little guys at the top. Yeah, it used to just be a flat top on this tube, and people would pop off the tube and just like sniff it.
and then they would create a vacuum tube that would launch the pencil up into their nose and impale them.
Yeah, so you'd actually get 2 tubes, and then do it both and do flavor combos.
It was like air up for pencils.
It really was. It really was. That's so true.
Air up for pencil. Retronasal olfaction. Yeah.
It's not magic. It's science.
That's awesome.
It was
wow.
great.
Did they smell good?
Yeah, I liked the cotton candy and the bubblegum ones.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so Nostalgic Owl.
Nostalgic Owl, Smensels, Barbies,
Backrooms.
Backrooms.
This is Robbie. I'm a tenant in the upstairs Fairmont. This is Robbie. I'm a tenant in the upstairs Fairmont.
Fairmont?
Yeah, that's me. I was just calling to ask that just because anybody's supposed to be checking out the downstairs today. Okay, so no like maintenance or anything.
Okay. Maintenance. Is he just hearing random sounds? Is that what it is? Nothing is checking out of the downstairs.
Hey!
Hey! Hey, yous! Gets out of here! Hey!
Someone there?
Flash it a little bit. Give it a little flip. Give it a little flip flop. Get out of.
I'm stepping.
I'm coming down there now. You best be watching out.
Huh.
Oh, there goes the. Oh.
Oh.
I feel like you could have just as easily opened the door. Ah!
Did he have a cartoon character down there who needed to make an escape?
Wile E. Coyote slams through. Right?
Huh. That's an interesting shape, too, of like glass breaking.
It's awkwardly short
Yeah.
for like an entity that would be breaking through.
Right?
Like it's not like an adult shape. It's kind of low. They also took the curtains off of the bar.
That's what's getting me. Like, why? Just yoink the curtain to the side. You don't need to take it off the rod, right? Because it's hanging on by at least one of the rings
right
at the top.
So it's interesting, right? Here. Where's the broken glass falling? So it's weird, right? The curtain pattern isn't really matching what I would expect the glass pattern to be doing here.
Yeah.
Because the glass pattern suggests that this is someone who is inside bursting outward. Right? Because the glass is down here,
Right.
outside of the house. But the curtain is hanging in such a way that it feels like it should have been, you ripped it down and then ran through. As opposed to if the curtain was up and you ran through it, then the curtain and the glass should be entangled with itself. It's weird. I'm trying to gauge what exactly happened here. So was someone trapped in the basement and ran out? But if you're inside the house, you should be able to just unlock the door.
Can you go back a few frames? I
can.
want to see the floor inside, right? So stop there.
Okay.
Because already we have like 2 of these little chairs that are awkwardly like right on top of each other and also in front of the like exit. I don't know if that was someone got up there. Also, curtain rod. Oh, I guess there is that like, is that where the wall kind of jets in towards the door?
Right. What is it? The curtain rod breaking, or is it the wall? Like, I think what you're seeing is the wall.
Yeah.
So here's wall, and then this is the door frame.
Right.
Right there. So it does seem like the rod has been either removed or ripped off.
Yeah.
That's why these are hanging loosely.
So they're just like thumbtacked into the wall.
Well, they're attached to the wall mount, right? They're caught on the
They're
wall
on the
mount
wall
that
mount.
the bar is on.
Yeah.
But we've definitely lost the curtain rod as well as the finials. Filials? Anyone?
I have no idea.
You're on your own.
What
with
is
this one.
the names of the ends or tops of things? I believe they're finials.
Like a curtain rod aglet.
Finial, there it is. This. Yeah, these guys.
Oh.
Yes, a curtain rod aglet. Well done.
Yes.
Yes, the aglet is the end of your shoelace. The finial is the end of a curtain rod, or the decorative ending of a curtain rod. Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
Great word.
Right? Finial?
Great
It's
word.
a useful one. I actually use it more often than I expect. Is this glass down here, though? No, that's just wood.
No.
Is he going to give us a closer look as he walks
I
forward?
would assume so, right? Oh, that's a mat.
Hey, someone here?
So it broke in, is what which would align better with the curtains. Because if he broke in, then he's running through the curtains fall in, and that's why they're inside as opposed to being pushed outside.
Okay. Yeah, I could see that.
Right?
Yep.
That's really making a big difference.
Hey,
This is less back rooms and more bottom rooms. Oh.
I- Weird camera movements, man.
You just open it. That's a very, very roomy closet. Some good storage space in this building.
That's true. Maybe you could take some of the stuff out of the entryway and put it in here.
I respect this. Oh, hello, chair. Hello, mysterious chair with odd sound. Is that chair an imposter?
someone there?
Is this like a prop hunt? Is that chair fake? Is that a fake chair?
The arm did look weirdly like wiggly.
Right, it looked wiggly, and it also the camera started to make sounds as we look at it.
Yeah, there's a distinct humming. Yeah.
Right, this feels like a fake chair, an imposter chair.
Whoa.
It's a chair betwixt and then we turn away from it and it stops. And now we turn 180 degrees from it and we hear it in the background.
So if we're in like direct alignment with this chair, you can hear it.
Yeah, we're in whatever zone of electromagnetic wave or resonance that it's making in that moment.
Yeah.
But it feels like this is kind of like a prop hunt sort of situation where that thing is not really a chair. It's like an entity that's disguising itself as a chair. When a chair isn't really a chair.
Whoa. Weird window placement too.
Oh! Okay. Look at Arnold Schwarzenegger. I didn't expect to see cameo Arnold Schwarzenegger. I'm very excited about that.
Wow.
Wow, look at that. Oh, I was so excited. Sorry.
If he broke into my house, I'd be all right.
Yeah, I'm not gonna argue with that.
Yeah, oh, I was just so excited. I was just so excited to see him.
I'm sorry, sir. Oh my gosh.
Oh, man. And also, sir, if you're looking for some clothing, might I interest you in some amazing jackets brought to you by lumenofficial.com.
Especially the black jacket would really complement the aesthetic you got going on in this poster.
Right? The black would match very well with the exterior of this. And add a little color with that nice liner.
Ooh,
a
nice
nice little
pop.
paisley color, a little pop of green.
Would
Came
look
through
great
here.
on you, Arnie.
Oh, perfect. And guess what? With his sizing, we got a size that'll absolutely fit that physique.
Yeah. The
Yep.
guns will be accentuated.
Accentuated. You look fantastic. Arnold Schwarzenegger poster jump scare. Proud of myself for that one.
Yeah. Very cool.
Yep.
Cool liminal house, buddy.
Hey, it looks like you got a lot of extra storage space here. This basement, if you finish it, great man cave.
That's true. Get some LEDs on the top.
Oh, great. Set up some video games, maybe an arcade cabinet down here.
Ooh.
Golden.
Pool table.
Oh, yeah. And that's expanding your square footage, too. That's going to boost resale value. It's great. Because now all of a sudden it's finished land You could add that to the square footage. If it's unfinished, you can't add that to the square footage report.
Oh, that's good to know.
Yeah, I know, right? Fun fact.
There you go.
Glad I could help. Oh, look at this.
Creepy.
This is absolutely a Midwestern basement. I can appreciate how big it is.
Yeah, they look like this? Huh.
I would say so. This looks like a lot of the basements that I grew up around. Oh, that is...
You had that in your basements?
Certainly not. I'd be worried about... This is taking out a core structural foundation of this house.
Huh.
We're losing the cinder block here. I am very concerned for the upper levels.
The curviness of this hole, right? It's a weird shape.
It's almost as if they collabed with the Kool-Aid Man here.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah!
What's that sound in my basement? Oh, yeah.
That would be awesome. The Backrooms collaborating with women, collaborating with the Kool-Aid Man.
Yeah.
Really, will the collabs not cease?
Put them together, they collabed with Kool-Aid Woman.
That's the character that's coming out of this.
You're hitting my weak spot again. My red glowing button is being injured once more.
And I like it because it hurts him a good bit, you know?
Is this your new catchphrase?
Well, I don't know, at least for right now. I like that it's happened more than once, you know?
The thing I thought you were going to call out here is the shape of this is roughly similar to the shape that was the glass.
That's exactly what I was going to call out.
Well done.
Thank you.
Good job.
Yeah, it had a very, like, weird kind of curvy to it.
It does. It has.
But I had to stop for the Kool-Aid Man.
I understand. I appreciate that. But yeah, it does match, like, here. Slightly. Maybe not as close as I thought. And
Yeah.
definitely much bigger. But
It's like,
maybe it grew.
the top goes this way, and then this part's flat. This one has like I want to be careful with my hands here.
Like this. Like those curves.
Respectfully.
Yeah, that's concerning.
Watchdog. Backrooms watchdog.
Wow, it's like this basement has all sorts of secret rooms.
Right? Oh.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Ooh.
That's never a good sign. Oh,
Whoa.
Oh! Oh, he do be no clipping. He no clipped into the back rooms.
Woof.
I was gonna make a joke here. Is this like the Ben Azalart video where we have suddenly discovered a secret room inside my own house? Is it the secret 7-Eleven the whole time?
I built a secret back rooms. Yeah, we're on the same page.
Dude, you and me, the two brain cells, man.
Yep.
Yes.
No more than that.
But no less.
There's a secret bounce house in my basement.
Wow.
I built a back rooms in my back rooms.
Fortnite in the back rooms.
Women in the back rooms.
Not yet.
Yeah, again, in case you guys don't know, huge trend on YouTube this year, the whole like secret rooms inside existing households or whatever. And so most often they're playing Fortnite in those back rooms.
Oh yeah, Fortnite is in the room. There's Prime is in the room a lot.
A lot of prime
A lot
in
of
those
prom
rooms.
in those rooms.
Oh, yeah.
Prom rooms right there.
It's amazing. So yeah, in absence of Backrooms content officially on Kane Pixels' channel, there's been plenty of Backrooms content on literally every other Kids and Family channel this year on YouTube.
So true.
Okay, so let's see what's going on here.
Yeah.
So we're entering into this found space. Okay, so we got the spooky flashes. Mm-hmm. And then what causes us to no clip exactly?
Right? That's...
Are we pushed? No. I'm not seeing anything approaching us. Because that's just a tilt of the camera there.
Yeah.
So nothing's... Do we just fall randomly through the world? Yeah, I guess so. And we're... The bacteria, the virus, the entity...
Yes.
He tends to cause electromagnetic flashes, doesn't he? Or no? It's been a while.
So I know that when in one of the later videos that we watched, he was there when the green light was flashing, when that woman went into that room, right? But when he walks around, do you mean just like the general light flashing.
Yeah.
That sounds.
Because there's a couple times in the series when we've seen lights kind of failing.
Right.
I'm trying to think because I know one of the first instances, right, is there's the one video where we're like in a laboratory and we see the book and the green light flashes.
Yes.
And that's like what we postulated as the like very first moment of the series, or kind of like the start of the Backrooms, and it creates a time loop.
Right.
Have we seen other moments of flashing lights, especially associated with the bacterium or the living entity, the monster?
I mean, I don't know if it's a flash or just like a glitch when Tench gets lost from or separated from his group. But there is like a flashing effect that happens there. I don't know if that's, but that's also not.
We also haven't been in. No, because you're right with the ball when she's in the garage and she's bouncing the rubber ball. In a previous upload, we see someone bouncing a rubber ball because there's like very clearly a no-clip little square.
Yeah, it's like marked out with blue painter's tape.
Right, and then eventually it like expands and she falls into it,
Yes.
right? So that one, I don't remember if it flashed. And then the first one, he's just outside, so you wouldn't see any sort of electromagnetic flashing.
Right.
Interesting. I'm
Okay.
just wondering if this is now what's associated with moments when portals open or when people are getting ready to no-clip.
Yeah.
He slid down the slide. Whee! That looks actually delightful.
Yeah.
That would be really fun if I just slid into the back rooms.
Right. Or like the classroom. This
Yeah.
appears to be.
Right? Yeah. Is this like a
Like
new
conference?
layer, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Because we had layer 1, which is the yellow wallpaper. Level 2 was the pool. We saw like the green pools at one point.
Right.
Oh, he's trying to climb back up. I don't blame you. Spider. Spider. I've watched enough Ninja Warrior to know. Use those legs. Lock in those legs. Yeah.
Clearly did not work. It's also very wrinkly in there.
I did not know this was here.
I did not know.
This is a surprise to me. I did not anticipate this.
Who could have assumed that there was a whole conference center underneath my house?
The landlord did not disclose this.
See, this is a YouTube video in the making.
Is
right
this
here.
square footage that they could disclose
Yes,
in the
because
listing?
it is. Yeah, because it's finished.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, then he probably should have known.
Yeah, this is huge, man. Now the question I have is it zoned for commercial real estate or residential?
Oh.
Because this is looking like it's being used for commercial purposes, but technically I'm assuming that this was originally zoned for residential. You're going to get into some complications there.
Yeah, that's probably a decent thing to work out.
Yeah,
Maybe do a legal speed run of it.
Tax assessments might be a little iffy. However, if you're someone like us who are, historically running a business in their own basement, this would be great.
Yeah.
Like, we are this consumer. We're like, yes, please.
Imagine if our conference room was this big.
Oh my gosh, it'd be amazing.
Expanded gamer zone.
And in order to get in there, you all had to slide through my cabinetry.
Whee!
We walk in the front door at the beginning of the day and you just pull the lever and fall down the slide.
Enter through the cabinets.
It's like wave hello to Skip and then just like dive in under the dishwasher.
Pretty awesome, actually. I do appreciate that they're also using some of those high-quality office chairs. Those are peak ergonomic.
My back is so supported.
Oh.
Let's go lumbar.
That lumber's just relaxing. It's living its best life.
Lumbar life.
Oh, electricity works, great. Someone's been paying the bills. Appreciate that.
Duke Energy.
We did see that Duke reference, which was interesting. So we're getting that call out is an interesting one because it's a lot of different places that are referenced, right? We get Oklahoma City,
Yeah.
we get Duke, which would be North Carolina, but the basement layout feels very like Midwestern in a lot of ways. It eliminates places like California. I didn't realize.
No one told me about this.
This was not on the original listing. Love it or list it. I love it.
Huh. Tall chair.
Which is a reference back to the other found footage where she found like the giant chair in the middle room.
Yeah.
Don't touch it. That is art right there, that placement of that chair. Art.
Performance.
No, you're not curious about the packages that you just passed and like what the address might be or anything like that?
It's a crime to open and investigate someone else's mail.
So this then goes, so this is again one of those times where it goes back to one of the earlier theories that we had about this being a simulation or like an AI creation in some way, like the Backrooms being like this infinitely generated AI system, because the computer will do things correctly, but in a wrong, like, but not understand the purpose of it, right? So
Right.
What initially got us on this theory was the first time we really got deep into the Backrooms and we open up a house and the hallways are slightly too narrow and the house itself is filled with a bunch of road signs. And and it's a repeated road sign. And so individually, it's one of those things where like, oh, it is using things properly, but it's doing it in weird ways. So like here, a door, yes, should be against a wall,
Yeah.
and a conference table would be in the middle of a room. But to have a door and a conference table against each other like this makes no sense. And a human brain would know that, but a computer or AI brain might not understand that. And then to couple that with also here's bricks.
Yeah.
You've got the right idea, kind of, but there's something lost in translation, right?
Right.
So it seems to be reinforcing, like if we have now slid into the Backrooms, and this is like a new level of the Backrooms, this is reinforcing kind of one of the early theories that we had, that kind of like computer simulation that has gone awry or is misreading the data or not quite fully understanding what it's supposed to do with door, table, wall.
Right. Gotcha.
What the fuck?
Whoa, mature stream. Okay, got the stairs.
Long word for stairs.
Was it, you said long word for stairs,
Yeah. Is that?
right? What is that?
It looks like it started with an E, but I wasn't sure.
Escalator? Is it like an escalator sign? Huh. Right, it does feel very intentionally put there. Yeah, you can't tell.
No, I don't know.
But again, you have this idea of like, here is a sign for stairs or an escalator or something, but there is no stairs or escalator.
It's chairs.
Yeah. So it's missing the point. It's things that you would expect to see in an office building or an office setup, but not in the right locations.
Yeah. Misplaced assets.
Yeah. Also, just calling this one out too. So far, and granted we're on a different level, but we aren't seeing any yellow rooms. So if I'm, again, A24 and I want Kane to promote his series or release another installment or whatever, you're not riffing off of the hazmat suits, the yellow wallpaper or anything like that yet. Which allows me to like, hey, this is a Backrooms thing, but it's not riffing on any of the iconography that I, A24, have purchased from you or like have the rights to.
I could also see it as like extending out the universe beyond yellow.
Oh, certainly.
And then potentially yellow coming in later.
Yes, I could see that too. And I think that's a good call out. Over the last couple videos, Kane was working at expanding the universe in a lot of ways, where we saw the pool room, like you mentioned.
Yeah.
So we've been seeing different layers to the whole thing. So that could also be a possibility.
There was some of that humming again.
Right? I heard that too.
What was that? Ooh.
Oh. Seeing that flicker. Suspicious.
I'm staying in this area.
Yeah, if I were to like look at the iconography or things that I would buy, like in a visual license, it'd be yellow. Color yellow, the concept of yellow. Like the jacket, this amazing lumenofficial.com merchandise, legacy collection.
Get it while it's hot.
It would be yellow, it would be hazmat suits. It would be the entity, the monster.
Yeah, bacteria.
Yeah. So I'll be curious if we see any of that in this. Because it's also been years since the last a year since the last Backrooms?
We were in the yellow studio.
Yeah, it's a while.
Yeah.
the yellow studio for the yellow bathroom. Microwave.
Microwave chamber.
Right?
Long couch.
Again.
Yeah, man.
Indeed.
So true.
Really? Do you think you tried multiple times? How many times are you trying to climb back up your cabinet before you give up?
Yeah, I feel like I would have given it at least 3 tries.
At least a solid 3.
We saw once, but...
Okay. Right, you have the mixing of the office space and the like personal living room space.
Residential or commercial?
It's a mixture of both.
Who's to say?
Tax assessor's gonna have a field day with this property.
Looks yellowish past
I was gonna say that looks like a Backrooms right there.
Huh.
So is it showing multiple levels down? Right? Right? That's what the tax assessor's asking. What is this for?
Huh.
The geometry and layout is just fascinating. Really, really cool. Oh.
Hello.
Oh, bonus chair.
Oh my gosh. Lazy boys.
Oh, secret recliners. Okay, so we're seeing like hints of a Backrooms.
Notes of backroom.
Notes of yellow.
Warm undertones.
But we're not going to go there. That's copyright land. Instead, we go. Secret room. An even backer rooms.
Whoa.
Gotta appreciate his commitment to filming.
Right?
That's one of the things that I always appreciate in the Backrooms videos. These people are doing a great job of making sure the camera is ready to go the whole time.
I'm sure it's also a strategy, right? Like if you're lost and let's say you didn't watch the film theory about how to survive the Backrooms,
Yeah.
then having a camera and footage is a way to like mark your progress.
Accurate.
Aw,
Wait a minute.
we have that.
We have that very mat.
That
Whoa.
exact rug.
That's amazing.
Oh my gosh. Is our conference room in the Backrooms? Whoa,
That's pretty exciting.
that is pretty exciting.
How does it feel? You have a famous rug.
It feels like an honor.
It should.
We're now canon in the Backrooms.
That rug connects us to the Backrooms.
Is this the Backrooms Theorist Conference Room collab?
Whoa, collabing with everyone.
Whoa.
And because I'm now canon in Gravity Falls, this is Backrooms collabing with Gravity Falls.
Oh my goodness.
Bill Cipher is yellow, like your jacket envies walls.
Whoa.
3-way collab.
Whoa. Oh my gosh.
The Yellow Cipher Rooms collection.
Ciphers. Cypher.com. A lot of different internet franchises use ciphers, right? Such as the Poppy Playtime Chapter 1 recap.
Yes, it does.
Backrooms Poppy Playtime collab.
But now the only obvious thing that has to happen is Huggy Wuggy bursting out through one of these walls.
And you know, Huggy Wuggy is kind of lanky.
Kind of like this
Kind of
shit.
wiggly.
Oh,
You know,
look at
maybe
that.
Huggy Wuggy is the bacteria from the Backrooms.
Who is also the Kool-Aid Man.
Oh yeah.
Have you ever stopped to play with little cars on your rug, Sam? The reason we're calling Sam into this is this is Sam and Josiah's rug, by the way. Like it is a rug that exists in their part of the office.
Playtime.
Yep.
Just in case you were confused why we keep tossing it to Sam for this. They are the owners of this children's rug.
Proud owners.
Proud. So do you ever play with little Hot Wheel cars? And I go,
I've done that, but not with cars because I don't have any little Hot Wheels. But I've done it with like,
I'll hook you up with Ollie. You and Ollie, he'll spot you a couple Hot Wheels.
let's go. I'll put an hour on my calendar, and him and I will sit together
Yeah,
and
if
play
you blocked
cars.
off that time, that'd
Perfect.
be great. Cool.
Sam and Ollie collab.
Yeah.
Whoa!
It's all coming together.
The epic collab that everyone wanted. Sam x Ollie. Ooh, we've got to the right, yellow. Oh, yeah. This is
Nice.
very close to it.
They're focusing a lot on this rug.
It's
too.
a huge rug.
Also worth noting,
Huge
2
floor.
hospitals in this town.
Yeah.
These people are very medically supportive. I think that's great.
It's very aware of their medical needs.
Everyone is so healthy.
Good for them. What a way to prioritize.
Yeah.
They also did a cut on that one, which is interesting.
Yeah.
Implies that it's important in some way. Oh, and this is the furniture warehouse.
Ashley Furniture Store.
I feel like I've been to this furniture store before. Tastefully separated couches. And that one says exit. I wouldn't believe it. Nope.
Green exit sign.
Why I oughta open that door. Oh. And it's more rooms!
Woo!
Don't you want to check out those couches? I wanted to spend more time with those couches. Try out some of them, sit on them.
Yeah, I need to take a break from all this walking.
Right, he's getting his steps in. One positive thing to say about being in the back rooms.
Like this.
Yep. One great thing to say about the back rooms, you are getting your steps in, man.
So true. Active zone minutes.
Oh,
Close those rings.
close those rings.
Huh.
Okay.
Huh. Is it blockading that? Like trying to,
Right? Is it a barricade?
right? Looks like it.
Or was it just like asset dump? Bleh.
Could be either.
Yeah.
That is the mystery of the back rooms.
Oh.
There's a sign. Let's read that sign. Let's approach that sign and read that sign.
Notice.
Notice what? Notice.
No smoking.
No smoking. This. What's the bottom one? This area. No smoking. Something. No
Blank
eating.
in this area.
Yep, in this area.
Yeah, in this area. Yep, I see that. No smoking in this area. Like, is this a stock asset somewhere? No, no smoking.
This better be an exit.
I swear. I missed.
Really, regardless of the lore of the Backrooms, what I'm most hyped about is really the amazing display of seating materials of all shapes and sizes.
They really want you to like hunker down.
Like maybe the Backrooms is just a glorified furniture warehouse showcasing all the different ways that you can sit down and rest your weary legs.
Yeah.
Check out these couches from all eras. Look at these chairs, office, residential.
Furniture retailers were actually the first to utilize the back rooms for this reason.
It's great.
You're gonna be walking, so you might as well be sitting.
I gotta say, I loved going to furniture stores as a kid.
Right? That's weird.
Summoning circle?
With like books?
Or like a fairy
And
circle in
tea?
some way? Like a
Yeah.
fairy ring? I was talking to Steph about this the other day, like fairy rings, how like mushrooms grow out into a ring pattern in like your yard.
Yeah. But
Which-
instead of mushrooms, it's literature?
Yeah. Literature ring.
Ooh,
A book circle, if you will.
love that. Next book club, I know our formation.
But, I mean, so we joke about this idea of like fairy rings, or you said mushrooms growing in that pattern. Again, one of the key components of this series is fungus, right? Like the entity we've hypothesized is some sort of like fungus creature potentially. We've seen the like spores infecting certain members of the back rooms who have been down here, and they possess some sort of like fungus growing inside of them. So the idea of this being kind of like maybe like a fungal formation, or kind of being one step removed from a thing that a fungus would form is kind of interesting.
Like a bacterial and or fungal spread?
Yeah. Classic PA system. It's nice that they have a system of delivering announcements in this area.
We are really lingering.
Wait, before the monster enters the chat,
Yeah.
what's he seeing down here?
It's really hard to say. You can see kind of in that back corner there are some like maybe tiny appendages.
Here, I'm opening up Photoshop.
Woo!
So let's see if we can see anything about what this might be. Adjustments to brightness. Let's try brightness first, just to see what we can tell. It's like, oh my God. And that helped not at all. Let's try exposure. This might give us something a little bit more extreme. Nope, not particularly. Okay, no. How about we do levels? Let's try that. Maybe give us a little bit more range out of the black area. No. Get us out. No, that's gonna be too black. Shoot.
Yeah,
Nothing.
it's completely obscured.
Not giving us anything. I remember the days when people hid stuff in shadows. Right? Okay. I can't tell. I don't even know what. It's like, oh no, a crawl space, vaguely similar to many of the other crawl spaces I've seen.
My crawl space with like strangely arranged sticks.
It does have something back there that vaguely resembles fingers.
Fingers, yeah. I was thinking that like those appendage. Yeah.
Right? Maybe? Is there like a body back there?
I feel like if there was a body that they would want us to see that, right?
Probably.
So I don't know. Maybe we're supposed to be focusing in on it so that we get jump scared effectively with this like sharp turnaround.
And by analyzing it, we've completely killed the jump scare.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Jump scare. You are getting out of there, man. If I hear something,
It's weird music.
you can hide in that drop ceiling, potentially. Yeah, you go. Oop.
I
Did we
heard
notice
ya.
this before? Did we notice that before?
Huh. Wiggly's on the ground.
I didn't know if it might just be dirt or whatever. It struck me as weird from this angle.
Yeah.
In the middle of an otherwise clean room. Nope. Nope.
I'm trying to leave. I don't want any trouble.
It wants trouble.
Yeah.
It do want that trouble.
Sorry, buddy.
Shut the door. Yeah, you should have gone through the exit. Nope. Yeah, just maybe put a sofa.
Get that blockade going.
Yeah. Nice sofa.
Go.
So many options too. They're right there.
Really? Take your pick. That thing blows open.
Who is it?
Polite knock.
Nope. No one home. We don't want any.
Hey!
Dude,
Wow. That person does not know how to use door handles.
I certainly not. Only force.
So that is interesting though, right? That idea of it does not understand how to use handles. Because it's not like the door was locked.
No.
And it's not like the door was hard to open for him at all. And yet, whatever this creature entity is that's chasing him at this moment or trying to get to him, knew enough to knock at the door, but then is breaking through the door rather than doing the very obvious thing of turning the handle.
I mean, it could be a matter of like, it's not that it didn't know to use the knob, but maybe it couldn't.
Right.
Right? So it could be like a dexterity thing.
It could be.
Where a knock is just like slamming something against a door, and then with additional force, you can knock down that door further.
Right, as opposed to being able to grab and turn something.
Yes.
I mean, it also goes to what you were saying earlier, Matt, though, where like it knows enough to do something kind of right, but then it can't follow through.
Right? Yeah, so I could see it being both ways, right? Because the original bacterium fungal virus thing that the entity first was doesn't look like it has usable hands, or it doesn't really have like dexterous hands in a lot of ways, so I can see that. But exactly to your point, same thing. It's like, oh, door, I knock. It's funny, as much as I hate referencing FNAF in so many things, like FNAF has done everything in its books and stuff, so there's like a reference for everything in the series at this point.
Yeah.
But the Mimic I know.
That's rough,
I
dude.
apologize.
That's rough.
But in the Mimic stories, one of the key factors of it is they're able to slow its progress down in the epilogues of the books by closing doors on it. And there's a whole sequence in one of the epilogues where the Mimic is presented with a door, and it doesn't understand how to open it. Like, it goes through its thought process and the like computer programming that it has, and it's like it doesn't register the idea of I can grab a handle and turn it and open it, which is a complex process that its AI does not know how to handle. It just knows find wall, turn away from wall kind of thing.
Gotcha.
So in this case, exactly to that, it might not be programmed to understand this is how you open a door.
Another simulated thing in a simulated space.
Exactly.
Okay.
Right? They gotta recycle those jugs, man.
Maybe not right now. Later.
You know what? And that's the attitude that kills Mother Nature. Okay?
But keeps you alive.
Not right now, later, yeah. Wow, that's cool.
Wow.
That's pretty awesome, actually.
Yeah.
I love that. We in space. Not really, but it's cool. Big cityscape. I love every time the Backrooms does these moments where it's like, look at how much bigger this place is. You're like, oh,
Whoa.
geez. Like, this is wild, man. It's a chest-high wall, man. I bet if you just do a mild jump, you can get up there.
Boing.
Just like a little, like, heave-ho. Just a little classic heave-ho. Okay, he did do the classic heave-ho. He got up there a little bit.
Okay.
Or just observe from the balcony. Haha! I have achieved slightly higher status than you.
I'm like Rapunzel.
Ooh.
This is wild.
Is this the city from the rug?
Oh, interesting.
Is that what we're seeing here? Has it registered, again, this idea of simulations and not understanding them completely, has it absorbed the idea of here is a city, here's a layout, here's a plan with a rug, and then it translates that into a physical location? The reason I ask is because you got
Blue slide.
the blue slide specifically, and
If it has 2 hospitals.
right? That's how we know for sure. How many hospitals does this simulated thing have? Here we go. Sam, you would know better than me. Does your rug have a blue slide with a very basic looking house?
I think it might.
If nothing else, the style of it feels very similar.
It's on brand.
Right? Like the very clear primary colors of red, yellow, and blue fit. There's not a specific slide. But even like the house, the very rudimentary like rectangular house with very basic windows.
Yeah, it's not pulling it one for one,
Right.
but maybe using it as information.
Like how simple all the textures are, how flat the green space is and everything. It's very, I took this rug and I made it into reality.
Right. That's...
He's having a good old time.
Someone-
Yahoo!
Woo!
Yeah, you just. I don't think hiding in a very heavily windowed building is going to be your best bet here, friendo.
No.
Oop.
Ooh.
See, someone decided to turn on the lights. See the benches and stuff? It just feels. It feels rug adjacent, rug inspired. It's serving simple child's toy rug.
Yeah.
Oh, we got those pits.
Whoosh. Okay.
Nice. I love the geometry. I love the layouts of these places. It's so cool. Endlessly fascinating.
More chairs.
Chairs everywhere. It's because the computers know you need chairs.
Gotta sit.
In a very clean environment, it does make the texturing or like the marker here of the rug stand out.
Right.
As though there's like maybe like some sort of body or something laying down there.
Okay. This is more classic backroom.
Closer, right?
Yeah.
It's not quite the same still.
But it's getting there.
It's closer, yeah. It's not yellow wallpaper, but it does feel in that backroom style. It's much more beaten up around here too.
Yeah.
Like you're seeing a lot of staining on the walls, stuff falling out of the ceiling.
Right.
Huh.
I wonder.
What do you wonder?
No, I was thinking about like if someone were marking their progress with like smudges and stuff as they were going along, or like trying to get things off the ceiling.
Sure.
Right? That could be something like that. Also, smileys. Do you see smiley faces in that wall? Because I kind of do.
No.
Here, like
Please.
here. So
Please explain.
one eye, happy, unibrow. Unibrow, one eye, other eye, happy.
You know, we all see our clues in different places.
What? You don't see it?
I see a fungal ring represented by books, and you see happy faces represented by a poorly plastered wall. What do we think? Back rooms? Is it back rooms?
I mean, we are certainly back in some rooms. We have spent most of this time in rooms.
Yeah. They're more like bottom rooms at this point, not so much back rooms. They're more like lower rooms.
I mean, we had to get back to get to the rooms, you know? Like, whoever we were, who are we? Assuming new person,
Yeah.
right?
Yes. Oh, no, totally.
So, new character has entered the chat. We went to the back of the house, and then we went down
Yep.
into the rooms, and then we went back more into those back rooms.
So
take one left, a right turn at the end of the street.
Right. So really where we are is we're in the back left, back down, back rooms.
Yes.
Okay. Great.
Get back.
Excellent.
Woo.
And of course the Beatles reference at the end.
Look, I'm like contractually kind of obligated to do it.
Oh my gosh, I understand that.
Oh my gosh, look at us go.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Really? The Beatles have contracted you to...
I've had some weird business conversations lately, man.
Oh, McCartney's busy these days, isn't he?
He sure. Well, he has a little extra time on his hands,
Yeah,
so
you know.
he's like, you know who I'm gonna call? Ash GT Live.
Wow. Would that be... that's the collab I want to see.
Oh wow.
Paul McCartney, Ash, GT Live.
Backrooms?
We are probably already connected.
Yeah.
I bet, challenge, if you made it this deep into the video, if you want a thing to waste your day with, connect us, GT Live Land, to Paul McCartney, six steps removed.
Wow.
We collabed with so-and-so who did a thing with us, to Paul McCartney. And then we'll tweet at him, and then we'll sit on the couch with Ash.
Wow. That'd be
So easy.
wild.
So easy. $1 billion Paul McCartney hanging out, reacting to the back rooms.
Oh man. I would almost feel guilty exposing him to that. You know?
Why?
Like, Sir Paul McCartney, I'm so sorry, but like, we have to look at analog horror.
Paul, I'm so sorry, but do you see those smiley faces on the wall over there?
Paul, I'm so sorry.
Do you think that this could have been created by the Kool-Aid Man?
And he'd be like, oh yeah, you know?
Look for that one in a future episode of GT Live.
Woo!
You know what else you can look for in a future episode of GT Live? Us finishing reacting to the Backrooms. We will be back for more later. As a friendly reminder, our Lumen official merch is available right now. Join the legacy of these great channels by buying these jackets while they're available. They'll be shipped out immediately to you guys, and supplies, as a result, are limited. That's, just the reality of producing stuff in advance. So
Yeah.
pick them up while you can. Save one, though, for Paul McCartney, because I'm sure he'll want one of these colors. What color does Paul McCartney want? Blue. He wants the blue one.
Yeah, absolutely he does.
100%.
Yeah.
So all of them are available, but there's one fewer blue one because that one's being reserved for Paul McCartney.
Paul, if you're out there, comment down below and reserve your jacket now from lumenofficial.com.
There it is. That makes the 6 degrees of separation much easier. Anyway, there you go, guys. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, remember, it wasn't a live stream, but it was a video for you. See ya!